involved a flight captain with 30 years' experience interpreting the sky.
One of the most famous UFO cases anywhere in the world took place in Alaska.
It begins as a routine cargo flight on November 17, 1986. A Japanese plane loaded with wine leaves Paris on the long haul back to Tokyo. But over Alaska, JAL Flight 1628 becomes anything but routine.
This is the first time they've ever had radar data for more than a few seconds on a UFO.
John Callahan was the FAA division head in charge of evaluations and investigations at the time of the JAL flight.
You have an airplane or a structure or a craft that's sitting outside that 747's window.
Just after 6 p.m., Captain Kenju Terauchi and a crew of 2 enter Alaska airspace for the second leg of their journey, heading for Anchorage. At the helm, Captain Terauchi has nearly 30 years in the cockpit. At 6:19 p.m., the crew sees something on the radar. Unable to see another plane outside the window, they ask the control tower to identify it. Moments later, the crew sees a pair of lights on the horizon.
Inside, we have 2 traffic in front of us, about a mile ahead.
Anchorage Air Traffic Control still sees nothing.
Over the next 30 minutes of that flight, a variety of incidents and things occurred that made this flight the mystery flight of UFOs.
The JAL transmission catches Anchorage Air Traffic Control off guard.
We're not sure, but we have the traffic inside now.
Anchorage Air Traffic Control now asks Flight 1628 to maintain visual contact with the unknown craft.
We cannot identify the type, but we can see the strobo lights. The color is white and yellow, I think.
It's quite big. I think very quite big.
It's a huge ship out here. It's no longer an airplane. It's some kind of a huge thing out here that's 4 times as big as an aircraft carrier.
19 minutes after first encountering the unidentified craft, the crew nervously requests a new altitude and change to their flight plan. The goal, shake the unknown craft.
Just deviate from some object requesting 240.
Japan Air 1628, roger, fighting 240. Japan Air 1628, heavy. Deviations approved as necessary.
Air Traffic Control requests that the Japanese airliner make a full circle.
Japan Air 1628, heavy. Sir, I'm going to request you to make a right turn 360 degrees, 360-degree turn, and advise me what your traffic does then. Japan Air 1628, heavy. Sir, does your traffic appear to be staying with you?
Disappears, Japan Air 1628.
Terauchi believes the unidentified object has disappeared. But now military radar picks up something behind the Japanese airliner.
1628 Heavy, military radar advises they are picking up intermittent primary target behind you, in trail, I say again.
Air traffic control requests another jet close by, United Flight 69, to fly within sight of JAL and report any traffic.
Center from United 69. The Japan airliner is silhouetted against a light sky. I don't see anybody around him at all. I can see his contrail, but I sure don't see any other airplane.
But United Flight 69 is too late. The craft has vanished. JAL 1628 continues on to its scheduled stop in Anchorage. Safe on the ground, Captain Terauchi's story makes it to the press.
This sighting was made by an airline pilot with 29 years of experience. The Federal Aviation Administration in this country began an investigation, and it ended today.
The FAA report concludes that the pilot's story cannot be confirmed. They determine that the second radar image is actually an echo of the cargo plane. But former FAA Department head John Callahan believes the official reports are wrong. Callahan's division investigated the radar and cockpit recording from the JAL flight.
Well, a blind man could see that there was another aircraft or craft of some type there because it shows up on radar. It had to be some type of a craft.
Callahan asserts the pilot's eyewitness account is independently confirmed by radar.
Everybody had that target on the radar somewhere along the line. If the pilot said it was a UFO, who are we to say it's not?
To this day, the flight captain maintains that